Water's just kind of running down our roadway. Staying here from Rocky Creek, so just got home from work. Luckily didn't get called out last night, so that was a good thing. However, we did end up with some flooding in our city that I work in. We had to evacuate a couple of our apartment complexes and a couple of our trailer parks, but nobody got hurt. But thought I'd give you a little update on kind of what we got going on here. So I'll kind of show you what we got going on. So this is the street in front of our house. As you can see on our road, water's just kind of running down our roadway, kind of filling up the little creek area across from there. And I'll give you a look at our actual creek. You can see it's got a pretty good little roll, but I don't think it's going to come out of the bank, so I think we're good on that. So a big reason why it's coming across our road right there, it looks kind of bad other than maybe it washing away some of the roadway. It's really not as bad as the road actually looks. The creek kind of does a bend just down from where you see the water coming, and basically I think it just has too much force, so it's pushing a lot of it out of that bend, but shouldn't be a big thing. But we're gonna go feed these animals real quick, and then we'll go take a peek and see kind of how the garden's looking. So I think last time we got to see the weather, I think they were talking about for our area, I think they're expecting about 9 inches in total when it's all said and done for rain. So that's quite a bit for us. It's not the most we've ever had, but you know, flooding happens once in a while in our area. But we'll check on the animals. Other than looking kind of muddy in their pen, they seem like they're doing okay, but we'll get Mater fed. What's up, Mater? Did you have a good day today, brother? Huh? Did you have a good day today? Huh? Ready to eat? You're soaking wet, buddy. Let's get your bowl dumped out. There you go, brother. Eat up, buddy. I'm gonna lay down and get dry. So a friend of mine at work asked me about his house and if I worry about him getting wet with the kind of the slats having a space on them on Mater's pen. And so usually I have that covered up with a tarp or solid wood during the winter months, but once we start getting warm, I try to take that stuff off, and for the most part it stays dry in there. But I like to have that sort of open like that because it gets good airflow in the spring and summer and tries to help keep them nice and cool. So that's kind of why those slats are there. It may be beneficial if I block off just one side of it. So but I'm gonna give these meat birds some food real quick, and then we'll go down and check on the rest of the pigs and the chickens, the egg layer chickens. Went ahead and moved these guys because their spot was getting kind of nasty from all the rain, but you can see they are growing great. These guys are looking super healthy. I can't ask for these birds to be looking any better. I'm very, very happy with these Freedom Rangers or Red Rangers that we got. So definitely pleased with how these guys are coming along. On a good note is all the animals always seem like the rain don't really bother them much. I guess they just learn to adapt and deal with it, but I kind of hate how wet and soggy their pens are getting. I wish, like the chickens, I wish I could just free range them all over the property, but unfortunately just don't have the ability to do so. What's up, piglets? What's up, y'all? Y'all's pen's getting a little soupy too. So mostly just on this bottom edge. So one good thing is about our land having a bit of a hillside to it is I try to make sure I put their housing units as high up on the higher ground so they don't get water in their units. And so their houses always stay really dry, but there's always that chance that they're gonna knock. Hey, get your face out of the feed bucket. No. Silly pigs, they're like children. They can't wait, they get impatient, so they just shove their face in my feed bucket. They're lucky. I think they're so cute, and I love those guys. The chicken's pen is probably the worst. It's like super muddy, but we gotta go check it out and see if they laid any eggs. You can see all that water inside their pen. I really hate that for these guys. I really do. I'm gonna have to figure out something when this is all said and done to dry it out a little bit in here. You guys can see this water just goes up to my boot. Everybody okay? Everybody good? I did try to help them out today. I did set their food actually inside their coop right there, and looks like it's done pretty good. They had a lot of it. They threw a lot of it inside their pen. When this is all said and done, I'll end up cleaning this whole coop out and putting new pine shavings in it once we get through all this. So it looks like health-wise they're all good. Believe it or not, we got about 7 eggs too, so they still laid pretty good. So it's not really anything I can do for their pen right now. We're just going, as long as inside their coop is staying dry, we're just going to ride it out until everything is done, and we'll do a big cleanup right after that. You guys must have been in the coop all day. You're about the only 2 that are dry. Y'all must be the smart ones of the group. It's a shame that the 2 youngest ones in this thing are smarter than all the older, bigger ones. All right, guys, so last but not least, let's go down here and let's check on the garden and see what's going on with it. All right, so it's kind of basically similar to yesterday, but a little bit worse. So we still have this big time collection of water. You can see here, looks like maybe there was enough water that it pushed back our fabric a little bit. Didn't rip it up, but did push it back a little bit. Got a little bit of debris, some sticks and stuff, but that's nothing to hurt the plants. It looks like really it's more too much water is going to be my problem. A couple of the plants look like they're wilting a little bit from the water, but you can see how it's kind of just flowing there. Yesterday I only had it flowing in this spot, so we definitely got more rain because now I got it flowing here and also over in this corner. You can see it's flowing right there too. And basically it's just running across all the black fabric, and it's still just feeding it to this far end. You can kind of see if I can zoom in for you. You can see how it's just kind of cutting across and running from that point on. And it's running down here, and we pretty much, yeah, we have a pond. You can see when you get down to these plants, that one is pretty much almost completely submerged, and that one's just barely poking out. So I think as long as I can keep just, you know, this portion down, you know, the garden's kind of shaped like an L. You can see where I have this cut right here, and then I have this L. You know, at the end of the day, I think as long as, you know, if all this stuff gets completely drowned out, I'm not going to be, yes, I'll be disappointed, but I'm not going to be super upset. Some people had commented about maybe trying to run a ditch or trying to cut like a little drain to try to drain some of this water out. The only problem that I kind of have is, you probably can't tell it from the camera, but basically this is kind of like a low spot, and it's like a bowl. So when you go up on this end, it goes up, and then over here, the reason why all this is collecting is because it goes up to my gravel driveway that comes off the back. This isn't my property. I have the right of way, and this is really my road. But these people have a small little piece right there. But then I have a driveway that runs all the way back up through here and through these woods and back up to my house. But this is a very low spot. There's probably a, I don't know, about a four foot incline that goes up to there. And then, so then when you come around to this side too, it's a big incline, but then the hill just keeps going up from there. So I'm not very smart when it comes to that kind of stuff, not as smart as other people. But my biggest thing is I don't know, even if I ran a ditch, like where I would divert the water to, since everything around it, you know, goes up. And I'm not really sure like I would be able to effectively divert it away to where I'd get it away from where it's at. So I almost feel like if it's all collecting at that far end where I don't have much planted right now, other than, you know, a couple plants and maybe some in between might get too much water, that maybe that's my safest bet to ride it out. But if you have better experience other than that, and you know of a way to divert water, you know, even though it's higher all the way around and it's sitting like in a bowl, you know, let me know, and definitely I'll explore that stuff in the future. But anyways, guys, I just want to give you a quick update since I shared kind of what was going on yesterday, so some of you will know what's going on. They're talking about the rain will go through this afternoon, maybe about another inch, maybe two at the most. But then after tonight, things are supposed to subside. I think the river, we really have a main river that runs through where we live. And that particular river, they're saying will crest, I think it's somewhere around 16.5 feet. And right now it's sitting at like 15 feet, 8 inches. So it basically has about another half of a foot to a foot and a half to go. But I think things will be okay. It's just, it's a bummer, but it'll be all right. But anyways, I shared some of that stuff with y'all yesterday. So I just want to take a quick minute after I got home to update you. But if anything, we appreciate the comments. We appreciate the support from a few people. A couple people saying they'll pray that everything will work out fine and things will be fine. You know, yes, they're just plants, but you know, you just put in hard work, so it's kind of a bummer when things don't work out. Guys, I appreciate everything. Appreciate you tagging along. I appreciate all the support and love that y'all give us each day. Keeps pushing us to keep doing what we're doing. But anyways, I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna dry off. I'm gonna rest up, and I'm gonna regroup because we gotta work tomorrow, and we're gonna hope everything stays okay, and we'll be able to work on doing some cleanup maybe this weekend. Y'all be good. We appreciate y'all. Y'all take care and y'all stay safe. We'll see you here real soon on the next video.